Hi, welcome to the Women in Leadership Body, Soul, Mind, and Business podcast. I'm Charlie.
And I'm Heather, and together we are working to connect women in leadership and business, empowering each other, improving the health and wellness of our community, body, soul, and mind, connecting to the heart and soul of who we are and what we do.
And today we have a very special guest coming to us to share with her how she helps women entrepreneurs build their businesses, build their reputation, and just expand their reach beyond anything I can believe, right?
Right? Beyond
It's
dreams.
really, really awesome what she is doing. She's got some really new, exciting things to share with us today. Please welcome to the table for the very first time our special guest, Karen Rae. Karen.
Hello, ladies. Thank you for the invite. It is such an honor to be here and to be a guest on your podcast. Thanks.
You're so welcome.
Absolutely.
It's been really great getting to know you and connecting with your community. Would you mind telling us a little bit about what you do and why you do it?
Yeah, so I am Karen Rae. I'm the founder of Fave Lifestyles and the Fave Biz Society. And we are working with women entrepreneurs, creating spaces for us to connect in authentic ways through our marketplace. We have a brand new app that's going to be launching here in September. And we have our business society. And of course, we always have, for the last 8 years, had a lifestyle community where we connect women. And so I started a little bit about my story is I started, about 8 years ago as a passion project. I was becoming an empty nester and I was talking with my kids one day and I said, hey, where's all the YouTube channels or YouTube shows for women my age? And my son goes, Mom, women your age don't do that. And I said, you know what? Yeah, it sounds like the market is wide open. And since then, my kids, I have to tell you, have been my biggest supporters. So I started filming a web show. And the first time I did this show, I had never filmed. I had been a stay-at-home mom for 27 years. And I went and approached a winery and said, if I bring some cameras in, I had never filmed or interviewed either. And I said, if we bring all this in, can we do it here? And they said, yes. And 45 women showed up. And I thought, you know what? Women are looking for places to gather. And we even talked about it earlier today, too, that when we were having a private discussion, that people need a place to connect. Yes. And where are we going to do that? And so I started creating places for women to connect and around things. We were talking about like around having a purpose to gather. And so it was around the web show. And so I had the opportunity to interview New York Times bestselling authors, women in business, women with stories, just bringing us together through the power of our stories and around our expertise and skills, and just really having a place to celebrate women. And since then, it's grown into to our business society, and now to this marketplace app where it is my vision to celebrate 1 million women.
I have goosebumps, like head to toe. I'm like, yay, that's so exciting. So you have a passion for connecting to women who are just trying to get themselves out there, share their stories, connect with each other, because that's the heart of women when we're doing business. We like to connect with our people, and we feel better when we are
working in community.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, instead of gathering in circles around the campfire to, build the community and family in the tribal traditional sense, we are now connecting around tables and in living rooms and things like that, so that we can share what we have to offer one another, in a different kind of way. It's really awesome.
And I know that you're really excited about this app. So could you tell us a little more about what the app has got going on?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. So when I first started filming, we were talking about all of our favorites, and it started actually with my mom. And she said, Karen, she goes, I need a new mascara. And she goes, do you have one that you like? And I said, oh, Mom, there's this one I absolutely love, and I told her. And so that's what started the interviews, is all the things that girls love that we want to share with our girlfriends. Sometimes it's our favorite girlfriends, sometimes it's a product, it's our favorite lip gloss, it's all these different things. And so that is, I'm coming full circle and bringing, and it's all your faves at your fingertips in this app. So it's our favorite people like you, and our favorite products and services, or events or workshops. And it'll be right there on the app. So it's really fun because you get to have your services, your events, and we will make it easy for you, because we here at Fave have already created a community. We have a social media audience of about 4.6 thousand. And then we'll take your offers and shoot it out to our community. So we want it to be light and breezy. You come in, you have fun, and then you have this personal connection with our events, because we have events every single week. We have virtual or in-person events. It's all set. We've been doing this for years. And so we have a pretty good system. You just pop in, have fun, meet some people.
Isn't that great?
Yes.
And I like that it's more of a laid back, relaxed atmosphere than some of these other networking community type apps and services. It's more personal, and it just has more of that personal touch than like LinkedIn or Alignable. It just functions in a different kind of way.
Well, first off, they've been screened by Karen.
Right.
So we know they're fabulous.
Right.
Right. So there's like, it's not just anybody.
Right.
It's an actual community of people that already are showing up better in the world, and showing up better every day, and are showing up better for their businesses, and want to make changes in the world, not just have a business.
Right.
Right. Yeah, these women are women who want to create a life of significance. And
that was the wording. I could not remember the wording. I was like, that was so great too.
They are women running businesses who really want to step out there. Like you said, they want to have a place to show up consistently. And we have that place to just plug them in, but it's more than that. And I really, when people come, I want them to know that it's more than just putting your services out there, because it's the people behind the services. And like you said, yes, I screen everybody. And so not just everybody gets to come on, and sometimes they get to try a little bit, and sometimes it's a good fit and sometimes it isn't. And that's okay, because we are not for everybody. We are a community of women moving forward in a positive direction, and we need the tools and the people to surround us to make it happen. So that is what we are doing.
That is so awesome.
That is very awesome. So, Karen, a couple of questions came up while I was doing this. You have several different things going on the app. You have the marketplace, you have podcasts, you have all these events, all these different things. Can you tell us more about those?
Yeah.
The extra features?
Yeah, we have lots of features. This is a very robust app for women. And it's really because, as you all know, you do social media, we don't have control over Facebook. We don't have control over Instagram. We love those platforms, but something could change at moment's notice. And so I was thinking, where can we be? And I guess coming through out of COVID too, it's like, how are we going to connect? What's the future going to look like? Let's innovate this so we can have a place that is our own. And so, so you come on, you put your listing, whatever your product or service is, and you have a space there in like the lifestyle or health and wellness, however that looks for you. And then somebody will go tap the picture, and then it goes to a whole page of you. So you can have your bio and another picture and your other services, or wherever, or your group where you want people to connect. And all the links go directly to you. We are not taking a piece of your sales. It goes directly to you. And then you also have a chance to offer our members, our subscribing members, a bonus or a discount to entice them to go to buy your workshop or whatever it is. And then maybe you have a workshop or an event, and that goes on another page. And guess what? We'll load it all up for you.
That's cool.
Yes. And so the event will go out there. We'll shoot it through our social media system. You have a space for your podcast. There's space for videos. Oh my goodness. And there's a chat feature. So Heather's, let's say somebody saw something, they had a question, they can go, hey, Heather, I was at your event and I really liked it, or heard your podcast. Tell me more about it. So there's those features like that too that we'll be developing. It's all in the works. It's going to launch here the end of September 2022, in case you're listening way down the road.
Right.
Already up and running.
Mhm.
But yeah, so lots of different features. And it's also going to be a space where we're developing our give back piece, which is called #celebrating1,000,000women.
Mhm.
And that's the place
More
for women.
goosebumps.
Yeah,
So
I
exciting.
I was writing the description earlier today and was actually in tears because if you don't know my story, like I said, I started filming this web show as I was becoming an empty nester. Well, a couple years into it, I went through about 5 major life transitions, unexpected. I went through divorce, living on my own for the first time in my entire life, re-entering the workforce after 27 years, menopause, let's just put that on top of it. And
Just in case you're bored and
yeah, and let's just throw COVID in there too. Why not?
right.
That was the sprinkles, right?
Sprinkles on top of it all.
Mhm.
But when I was going through that, I had already started building this community, and it was a passion project. It was not monetized in any way.
Mhm.
But the things that I realized walking through this is, one, I had a choice. What kind of choices was I going to make for myself? And I had to make the choice to show up, basically.
Mhm.
And that came about because I was in a counsel appointment, and my counselor had this white piece of paper on his lap, and he goes, Karen, I've written a word, and I want you to write on your piece of paper with your big black Sharpie,
Mhm.
how do you feel in your life and your marriage? And I was actually embarrassed because I'm a people pleaser. And so I thought, oh, what does he want me to write? And
Right.
rather than what I was feeling. And so I wrote the word invisible, and I picked up my paper, and guess what? When he picked up his paper, he had the exact same word, invisible. So how many women out there feel invisible? And he goes, Karen, he goes, what are you going to do about it? It didn't have anything to do with anybody else. I had to make that choice to show up in my life. And what was that going to look like? And the second piece that I did was educate. I realized I had to educate myself. I had to create Karen University. I had to learn how to do my finances, how to buy a house, how to buy a car, all these things on my own. And so I had this amazing group of ladies. And that's the third thing, is I surround yourself with amazing people. These ladies came in and taught me how to do QuickBooks. They taught me how to run a business. And when I could afford it, yeah, I could pay for their services. But I will tell you, so many women came around me, and okay, I cried at the coffee shop today when I was writing this. These ladies came around me and supported me and lifted me up. And that is what #celebrating1,000,000women is about. It's about these ladies coming and giving their skills to other women to lift them up so they can also be leaders. And that is our give back piece that we'll be launching next year, as we tell women's stories, create a business or life tote to give back to these women that are walking through transitions, to lift them up.
Yes.
That's so exciting.
That is very exciting. There's a few life transitions that I can think of that I've been through that, I wish I had somebody there to walk with me through these things.
Right.
Because, it's hard, and it's hard to ask for help, and it's hard to.
And sometimes you don't even know what it is you need. You're like, I don't know, like you really just don't, because you don't know what you don't know,
Yes. And sometimes ladies to help you just walk that next step, but it's in a particular way, because we can, get down there with our girlfriends and chat or whatever. But these ladies did not let me sit back and wallow. They're like, girlfriend, stand up and let's move forward. Let's march forward with this, and encouraged me with learning new skills, learning how to run a business. I knew nothing about running a business. I knew nothing about, relationships or selling or all these, and I'm still learning. And the more you learn, the more you realize you need to learn.
Right.
It's like those right people come in at the right time.
Yes.
Yeah.
The alignment.
Yeah.
The alignment piece. Absolutely.
And it's pure magic.
It is.
It is. It is.
Lovely. Ah,
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Charlie. I always talk about manifesting her.
Mhm.
I had made a vision board that had the trees like her property and a little house and the car like Charlie's car. It was the colors of our
The
first
furniture in my living
furniture.
room.
It was so weird. When we really looked at it, it was like, wow, I knew what I wanted, but I had no idea what it meant.
Right.
It
You
was
didn't know you were gonna
definitely,
get me instead.
yeah. I'm way okay with that because this has been great because having somebody to be accountable with and
Mhm.
work with and it's been,
Keep you motivated.
yeah, it's
Right.
priceless and bounce things off when you get stuck. So that's what's wonderful about your community is we meet on a regular basis to do those things.
we do, and we do have a consistency piece to help us show up. And it's in life and business. So it's called the Business Society. So we have two different memberships, our marketplace or our Business Society. And in the Business Society, we meet weekly. We have these biz chats. We go deep sometimes talking about some of the struggles and that heartfelt things that we have to walk through as women entrepreneurs.
Mhm.
Because it's not easy because there are so many life distractions. The women of faith, their families are very important to them. So there's, you're getting tugged that direction, or maybe you have parents who are needing your attention, or and we're in that sandwich generation where it's our kids. So those things are all important. But so how do we still have these businesses and make this impact or have this life of significance as we are still tending to those things that are important to us? So yeah.
Absolutely.
I love everything that you're doing, Karen, and the direction that everything is going because you have exponential growth ahead of you. I can see this just being life-changing for so many women, this faith-based society and things like that. Can you do a quick recap of those different memberships for people, and they will be able to contact you directly through the links attached to this podcast?
Okay, sounds great. Yes, so we have our Biz Society membership, and that is for the women who would like to come and meet weekly, and our Accountability Society, and just have that consistency and celebrate. So it's around a signature program that I've put together. We talk about your one main goal. We see what it is for the year and we break it down. What is that main goal for the month? So we're in September now. What's that one main thing that you would just jump for joy if you get it done? And then we always celebrate. We are big into celebrating. And so what's something we can celebrate with you from last week? And the third thing is always, how can we support you? What resources? We are resource rich at Fave. These women can help you move forward in any area that you need to. And so that's the Business Society. And so that's for that personal connection. And I will tell you, and you get the Marketplace app with that. But the real magic in the Business Society is we connect. Also, we have a thread, and ladies are connecting all the time. And it's that personal connection. So in 5 months, these ladies have done over $45,000 worth of business together. And it's that personal touch. That's that personal connection. But we do have also our Marketplace membership, which is for the woman who just really, maybe she already has a community where she's connecting and she just wants to come and tap into another market of her ideal clients, expand her reach, and have her offers and services, events, and all that kind of good stuff in her podcast just splashed around the Fave audience. And so there's those two memberships, and then we will be bringing a lifestyle membership, and we'll be introducing that once our app goes live. So you can just a small little membership, so you can get all the discounts and bonuses.
Oh, how fun was that? So
It's
exciting.
so fun.
I love that you have a give back piece in the plan, because that's something that we always talk about here on our podcast, is that as we're entrepreneurs going forward, that we need to be giving in our community. That is our responsibility to give where our hearts say. So for the podcast, we always choose a cause of the quarter, and our cause of the quarter this quarter is the Tears Foundation. They are local to us here in Pacific Northwest, since we do have people all over. But in the little town, it's not little anymore, is it? Puyallup, Washington.
The Tears Foundation is founded in Puyallup, Washington by a wonderful woman named Sarah Slack, whose mission became, through her own grief and loss, to help families provide services and counseling in that time of need. They support women in the case of child and infant loss. And it's a cause very near and dear to my heart. Not only have they helped my little sister, but they have also helped me, and my family wholeheartedly supports what they do. One of the ways we do that is we go to the Tears Foundation Gala and auction every year, which this year is next month.
Already? Oh my
I know.
goodness.
It's only a month away, and we're so excited to go and support them. And we are currently collecting donations for both the silent and live auction. So if you are interested in helping promote yourself, bring people to the North End for a fun visit and connect with a whole bunch of other people, it's a really great way is by donating these items and things like that. It helps, and it's all tax deductible,
Right.
so there's that.
And fun, because we're
And
going to
fun.
get to dress up in roaring 20s and have a
Ooh.
good night out. So
Yeah.
we're really looking forward to it.
And we'd love to have you join us. If you are interested, just let us know and we'll hook you up with the right connections so you can get your own tickets too. So
Karen, thank you so much for joining us today.
Heather and Charlie, thank you so much. This has just been such a joy to be a part of what you're building too. I am so excited for the both of you and all the success that you have already seen. And just think of all the women that you're going to be touching. Yeah.
Yes.
And
So
I
excited.
can't wait to continue connecting in the fave space that you are creating also. It's incredible. Thank you again so much for joining us today.
Thanks for the honor of being here. Enjoyed it. Thank you.
And for our listeners, thank you for joining us today on the Women in Leadership Body, Soul, Mind, and Business podcast, where we connect with the heart of women and all they do. And we love you all. Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste. Mwah.